Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Welcome back. Any sky watchers in the KC area should pay extra attention to the night sky on Saturday, where you can catch a supernova. That's right, NASA astronomers discovered a star that went supernova 5,000 years ago called JOMA 428. Since the star is so far away, it's only now that we are seeing its effects. Astronomer John Harrelson said to MSNBC that it could linger in our skies for a few weeks, so no one's really missing out anytime soon. It's really rainy today so far.
Celebrating 150 years of National Weather Service observations and forecasts. This is NOAA Weather Radio, all hazards. Station WXJ75 in Springfield. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for Springfield, Decatur, and surrounding areas. Here is a public information statement. On Saturday, June 20th, there will be a supernova that will be visible for our viewing area. The supernova is the first one seen on Earth for over 400 years. The supernova is expected to appear at 8:12 p.m. Central Daylight Time. It will stay in our skies until August 1st, but this date is expected to change. It will be visible during the daytime, but it is most visible at night. For up-to-date forecast information leading up to the day of, stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, local media outlets, or visit our website at weather.gov/ALX. The current time is 1:47 p.m.
Morning, Ryan.
Hey, did you hear about all the crazy stuff that people are saying about the supernova?
I've only heard bits and pieces of it, but I'm sure it's some conspiracy theory bullshit.
But listen, it actually kinda lines up.
Dude, you actually believe in that shit?
No, hear me out. So people are saying 70,000 years ago there was a bottleneck in the human population, right? So at that point in time there were only like 3,000 humans on Earth. We almost went extinct pretty much.
Right.
There's no explanation for why it happened, right? Since it happened so long ago, you know? But basically, the conspiracy theorists say that there was like a supernova, just like this one in fact, and everyone just died.
Dude, that shit sounds so fucking stupid.
Don't be a bitch, John. We gotta keep an open mind over here at NASA, you know? There were like cave drawings and shit of people looking at the sky while everyone hides in a cave. Shit's kinda cool.
Is 5G gonna kill us too? We gonna grow a third eye or some shit?
I don't need that sass.
Hey, I have to get to work. I'll catch you at lunch, yeah?
As long as you don't talk about that shit, I'm down. See ya.
See ya.
Cab is on a roll. You just won $2,000! Even Bravo Celebrities won in. Oh no!
Get back to the boat!
Bravo's Cash Cab, back to back, Wednesday at 11:30. Only on
as well. And can you hear?
This is your first and final warning. The supernova is not what it appears to be. This is God's wrath. This is its message, its destruction, and its death. The supernova will attract all sinners and cleanse this earth. No lives will be spared. Those who gaze upon it will stare blankly into the gates of heaven. Come home to the gates of heaven. Heaven awaits you, brave soul. Come home.
Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the mid-60s. Monday, mostly cloudy. this is not a test. To repeat, this is not a test. All listeners of this broadcast must listen to this very carefully. Do not look up. The supernova shows no mercy. Those who fail to heed this message will face dire consequences. Do not look up. I beg you, do not look up. Proverbs 4:23, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Do not look up.
Just mixed with water and ice for a taste that...
The emergency alert system has been activated. Please tune to Channel 11 for more information.
Apartments.com makes getting into a new home easier than ever.
You offered, well, I model and...
This message is transmitted at the request of the Wichita Police Department. At 1:50 a.m. local time, an alert was transmitted over the air in the Wichita Metro and surrounding counties. The message stated that the supernova tonight would kill those who look at it. This message was the cause of a hijacking by an unknown organization. There is no cause for concern at this time. We are looking for the individuals involved. If you have any information on this hijacking or the perpetrators involved, please call 316-267-2111. This was the message from the Sedgwick County Emergency Alert System. We will now resume normal programming at this time.
The civil authorities have issued a law enforcement warning for Lubbock TX, beginning at 2:33 p.m. and ending at 4:33 p.m. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Lubbock Police Department. Riots are currently taking place in the city of Lubbock. All citizens are advised to avoid downtown Lubbock for their safety. These rioters are causing damage and civil unrest in the affected areas. No one for any reason should participate. If anyone participates in the riots, you are putting your life in extreme risk, and you may be arrested without question. To repeat, riots are occurring in the city of Lubbock. All citizens must avoid the affected areas for their safety. Do not participate in the riots, you will be arrested.
John Hamilton speaking.
The supernova shows no mercy.
Excuse me?
You heard me. This supernova shall end those who ignore and try to seize our cause.
Dude, how did you get my phone number?
Those who sin against our Lord and target us shall face serious consequences.
If you don't stop this right now, I will call the police. Like, I'm not even kidding.
They will not do anything. I will ensure that we are never silenced.
Silenced? What the fuck are you talking about?
Do not look up at the supernova. Never attempt to silence.
So, this is the hell? Oh, hey, baby.
Come on, come watch with me.
No, I'll come out in a few minutes. Dude, this bed is so comfy, Samantha. Come on.
No.
Come on.
Come on.
You gotta understand, it's so comfy.
Oh my God, come on.
I'll be back in a few minutes. I love you. Okay, so what I was saying, this is for...
This is not a test. Repeating, this is not a test. This is a message to all citizens of the United States and the world. Do not look at the supernova. Repeating, do not look at the supernova. The supernova will kill.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. False alarm. There is no emergency occurring at this time. The supernova is safe. False alarm. Look up. Look up. Look up.
civil emergency. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Canadian government. All citizens in Canada are required to shelter in place immediately. Nobody should be outside under any circumstances. The supernova that is currently occurring will cause its viewers looking at it to lose all ability to move, until their eventual deaths. All citizens listening to this broadcast should follow these instructions to protect your life. Do not look at the sky. When going to your homes, look at the ground to avoid eye contact with the supernova. Once inside, lock all ways to the outside, and use any supplies such as duct tape, or dark, thick curtains to cover all windows and doors. If you are in an unfamiliar location, go into the nearest building. Designated shelters will be set up in communities around Canada. To find a shelter in your community, call your local health department or police department. They will give you directions to one. If any family members are stuck outside, do not attempt to rescue them. You will put your life in extreme danger. Stay tuned to this station for more information on this highly unusual situation.
L'événement est de type crise civile. Le message suivant est transmis à la demande du gouvernement du Canada. Tous les citoyens au Canada doivent trouver un abri immédiatement. Personne ne doit être dehors sous aucune circonstance. La supernova qui est en train de se produire cause à ceux qui la regardent une perte totale de la capacité de bouger jusqu'à leur mort éventuelle. Tous les citoyens écoutant ce message doivent suivre les consignes suivantes pour protéger leur vie. Ne regardez pas le ciel. Si vous êtes en chemin pour retourner à votre domicile, regardez le sol pour éviter de faire un contact visuel avec la supernova. Dès que vous vous trouvez à l'intérieur, verrouillez tous les accès et utilisez du ruban adhésif ou des rideaux épais et sombres pour couvrir toutes les fenêtres et portes. Si vous vous trouvez dans un endroit inconnu, dirigez-vous vers le bâtiment le plus proche. Des abris vont être mis en place dans certaines communautés à travers le Canada. Pour trouver un abri dans la communauté la plus proche, appelez l'établissement de santé desservant votre région ou le poste de police local. Ils vous dirigeront vers un abri. Si vous avez des proches coincés à l'extérieur, n'essayez pas d'aller les chercher. Vous allez mettre votre vie en danger. Restez à l'écoute de cette station de radio pour plus d'informations sur cet événement hautement inhabituel.
Spam and eggs. And
Shelter-in-place warning continues until further notice. All citizens in the United States are required to shelter in place until the supernova disappears. This is for your safety. Although the date for the supernova to disappear is August 1st, this date is expected to change. Rations of food, water and medical supplies will be delivered to households in Michigan starting at 3 p.m. this afternoon. This ration is expected to last for 10 days, and deliveries will be made every Friday. If you need bigger rations, please call your emergency management agency. They will make accommodations for you. Please stay tuned for more updates on this situation.
The current time is 11:34 a.m. Central Daylight Time. This is NOAA, Weather Radio WXL 45 Fulton, Missouri, broadcasting on 162.400 MHz. This program originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in St. Louis, Missouri, and serves parts of central Missouri, including Jefferson City and Columbia. Here is your National Weather Service forecast for central Missouri, including the cities of Columbia, Jefferson City, Mexico, and surrounding communities. Rest of today, mostly cloudy. Highs in the upper 80s. Light winds. Tonight, mostly clear.
You know, I heard about the date of the supernova going away, and I couldn't help but to notice how happier I've been since I've heard about it. Like, 3 days ago or so? I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, I've been much happier even before I heard the announcement. Maybe in the last couple weeks. Whenever I look out the window and see the statue-like remains of my wife, I don't feel sadness and despair anymore. I mean, I'm still bothered when I look out my window, but now I see her as a sort of motivation for me. I see her as a reason to get out of bed in the morning. I see her as a reason to continue my life. God chose me to survive this. I survived. And what my loved ones would want me to do is live my best life for them, for my wife, and for all of my friends and family that has died. I mean, I still ask myself, why did I survive? I mean, like, why me, right? But for the most part, I'm thankful that I'm still here today. He chose me to continue walking on this planet. He chose me to continue my loved one's legacy. And I will make sure of it. I want to end this tape recording before it gets too long, so whoever finds this within the next, I don't know, 50 years or so, I want this message and this whole supernova thing to serve as a lesson to you. Please live your life to the fullest. You never know when your life changes forever. Whenever you stop listening to this, hug your mate. Hug your significant other. Hug your best friend. Hopefully he doesn't call you gay, I don't know. and tell them how much you appreciate them. Tell them how important they are in your life. I failed to do so, and I am paying the ultimate price for it. So I'm spreading the word to those who can say they have a loved one at home and think they should appreciate them a little more. You are easily able to do something I wasn't able to do in those last horrible moments seeing my wife succumb to the supernova. So do me a favor, do it. Show appreciation to those who care. I want to send one last message before I stop recording this. Savannah, I love you. This is for you. This is still living my best life.
Welcome back. Any sky watchers in the KC area should pay extra attention to the night sky on Saturday, where you can catch a supernova. That's right, NASA saw a...
It's okay, we
I fucked it up! You should have kept that in the bloopers. You should have kept that, but then you deleted it because you thought your laugh was ugly. But you should have kept it. You should have kept it. starting over. I'm already. No, I get that, but it's embarrassing seeing all these lines. No, I don't like that.
only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Welcome back. Any skywatchers in the KC area should pay extra attention to the night sky on Saturday where you can catch a supernova. That's right, NASA astronomers discovered a star that went supernova 5,000 years ago called JONA 428. Since the star is so far away, now that they're seeing its effects. Astronomer John Harrelson said to MSNBC that it can linger in our skies for a few weeks, so no one's really missing out anytime soon. It's really rainy today so far.
Celebrating 150 years of National Weather Service observations and forecasts. This is NOAA Weather Radio, all hazard. Station WXJ75 in Springfield. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for Springfield, Decatur, and surrounding areas of here is a public information statement. On Saturday, April 20th, there will be a supernova that will be visible for our viewing area. This supernova is the first one in 400 years. The supernova is expected to appear at 12 p.m. Central Daylight Time. It will stay in our skies until August 1st, but its date is expected to change. It will be visible during the daytime, but it is most visible at night. For up-to-date forecast information leading up to the date, stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, local media outlets, or visit our website at weather.gov/NOAA. The current time is 1:47 p.m.
We almost went extinct, pretty much. Right. There's no explanation for why it happened, right? Since it happened so long ago, you know? But basically, the conspiracy theorists say that there was like a supernova, just like this one in fact, and everyone just died.
Dude, that's so funny.
Don't be a bitch, John. We gotta keep an open mind over here at NASA, you know? We were like cave drawings, looking at the sky while everyone hides in a cave. Shit's kinda cool.
Is 5G gonna kill us too? We gonna grow a third eye or some shit?
I don't need that sass.
Hey, I have to get to work. I'll catch you at lunch, yeah?
As long as you don't talk about that shit, I'm down. See ya.
See ya.
And can you hear?
Makes getting into a new home easier than ever.
You offered, well, I model and
This message was caused for hijacking by an unknown organization. There is no cause for concern at this time. You are looking for the individuals involved. If you have any information on this hijacking or perpetrators involved, please call 316-267-2111. This was a message from the Sedgwick County University Alert System. We will now resume normal programming at this time.
The civil authorities have issued a law enforcement warning for Lubbock TX, beginning at 2:33 p.m. and ending at 4:33 p.m. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Lubbock Police Department. Riots are currently taking place in the city of Lubbock. All citizens are advised to avoid downtown Lubbock for their safety. These rioters are causing damage and civil unrest in the affected areas. No one for any reason should participate. If anyone participates in the riots, you are putting your life at extreme risk and you may be arrested without question. To repeat, citizens must avoid the affected areas for their safety. Do not participate in the riots. You will be arrested.
John Harrelson speaking.
The supernova shows no mercy.
Excuse me?
You heard me. This supernova shall end those who ignore and try to seize our cause.
Dude, how did you get my phone number?
Those who sin against our Lord and target us shall face serious consequences.
If you don't stop this right now, I will call the police. Like, I'm not kidding.
They will not do anything. I will ensure that we are never silenced.
Silenced? What the fuck are you talking about?
Do not look up at the supernova.
historical purposes, whatever. Supernova tonight, big deal, you know. I've been working at NASA for a long time. It's a huge deal.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. False alarm. There is no emergency occurring at this time. The supernova is safe. False alarm. Look up. Look up. Look up.
Event type is civil emergency. The following message is transmitted at the request of all citizens in Canada are required to shelter in place immediately. Nobody should be outside under any circumstances. The supernova that is currently occurring will cause its viewers looking at it to lose all ability to move until their eventual deaths. All citizens listening to this broadcast should follow these instructions to protect your life. Do not look at the sky. When going to your homes, look at the ground to avoid eye contact with the supernova. Once inside, lock hallways to the outside, and use any supplies such as duct tape or dark, thick curtains to cover all windows and doors. If you are in an unfamiliar location, go into the nearest building. Designated shelters will be set up in communities around Canada. To find a shelter in your community, call your local health department or police department. They will give you directions to one. If any family members are stuck outside, do not attempt to rescue them. You will put your life in extreme danger. Stay tuned to this station for more information on this highly unusual situation.
L'événement est de type crise civile. Le message suivant est transmis à la demande du gouvernement du Canada. Tous les citoyens au Canada doivent trouver un abri immédiatement. Personne ne doit être dehors sous aucune circonstance. La supernova qui est en train de se produire cause à ceux qui la regardent une perte totale de la capacité de bouger jusqu'à leur mort éventuelle. Tous les citoyens écoutant ce message doivent suivre les consignes suivantes pour protéger leur vie. Ne regardez pas le ciel. Si vous êtes en chemin pour retourner à votre domicile, regardez le sol pour éviter de faire un contact visuel avec la supernova. Dès que vous vous trouvez à l'intérieur, verrouillez tous les accès et utilisez du ruban adhésif ou des rideaux épais et sombres pour couvrir toutes les fenêtres et portes. Si vous vous trouvez dans un endroit inconnu, dirigez-vous vers le bâtiment le plus proche. Des abris vont être mis en place dans certaines communautés à travers le Canada. Pour trouver un abri dans la communauté la plus proche, appelez l'établissement de santé desservant votre région ou le poste de police local. Ils vous dirigeront vers un abri. Si vous avez des proches coincés à l'extérieur, n'essayez pas d'aller les chercher. Vous allez mettre votre vie en danger. Restez à l'écoute de cette station de radio pour plus d'informations sur cet événement hautement inhabituel.
Shelter-in-place warning continues until further notice. All citizens in the United States are required to shelter in place until the supernova disappears. This is for your safety. Although the date for the supernova to disappear is August 1st, this date is expected to change. Rations of food, water, and medical supplies will be delivered to households in Michigan starting at 3 p.m. this afternoon. This ration is expected to last for 10 days, and deliveries will be made every Friday. If you need bigger rations, please call the Emergency Management Agency. They will make accommodations for you. Please stay tuned for more updates on this situation.
You know, I heard about the date of the supernova going away, and I couldn't help but to notice how happier I've been since I've heard about it. Like, 3 days ago or so? I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, I've been much happier even before I heard the announcement. Maybe within the last couple of weeks. Whenever I look out the window and see the statue-like remains of my wife, I don't feel sadness and despair anymore. I mean, I'm still bothered when I look out my window, but now I see her as a sort of motivation for me. I see her as the reason to get out of bed. I see her as a reason to continue my life. God chose me to survive this. I survived. And what my loved ones would want me to do is live my best life for them. For my wife. For all of my friends and family at this time. I still ask myself, why did I survive? I mean, like, why me, right? But for the most part, I'm thankful that I'm still here today. He chose me to continue walking on this planet. He chose me to continue my loved one's legacy. And I'm sure of it. I want to end this tape recording before it gets too long, so whoever finds this within the next, I don't know, 50 years or so, I want this message and this whole supernova thing to serve as a lesson to you. Please live your life to the fullest. You never have to be just for you. Whenever you stop listening to this, hug your mate. Hug your significant other. Hug your best friend. Hopefully he doesn't call you gay, I don't know. And tell them how much you appreciate them. Tell them how important they are in your life. I failed to do so. and I am paying the ultimate price for it. So I'm spreading the word to those who can say they have a loved one at home and think they should appreciate them a little more. You are easily able to do something I wasn't able to do in those last horrible moments seeing my wife succumb to the supernova. So do me a favor, do it. Show appreciation to those who care. I want to send one last message before I stop recording this. Savannah, I love you. This is for you. This is still living my best life.
Welcome back. Any sky watchers in the KC area should pay extra attention to the night sky on Saturday, where you can catch a supernova. That's right. NASA saw a
It's okay. It's okay. We
I fucked it up. You should have kept that in the bloopers. You should have kept that, but then you deleted it because you thought your laugh was ugly. But you should have kept it.
So loud.
You should have kept it. I'm already confused.
paid for real, Lieutenant. 100 of gems.
They're saying it's fakes produced by American publishers. I don't really fully understand why they're doing that.
You already got something good. Good luck. Press D4 around the hallway to take it down.
Oh wow. U.S. government can fund that where it's labeled as a national monument.
You're halfway done.
Has anybody been for that Mount Rushmore? Was it cool? I've never been there. Come on, focus that camera. Get it together. Tuesday. There's something flat down there.
Great job finding the control room key. Remember to loot up first, then we'll do where we're going to complete the heist and clean your
Hello and welcome back yet again to the CSA. Now, Jupiter and Saturn to propel our traveler traveler towards empty space. I tried to make a roughly faithful Voyager 1 analog, and I think it turned out really good. You can see the magnemeter sticking out there. Now, Voyager 1, I'll give a couple facts here. Voyager 1 is a NASA space probe, obviously, launched September 5th, 1977. Holds the record for the farthest man-made object from Earth. Besides that one manhole cover that we shot, I don't know where that's at. That would be really cool if we could find that. Imagine that just like shoots into an alien capsule. Anyway, it's roughly at roughly 30,000 miles per hour, 17 kilometers per second. It's roughly 15 billion miles, or 164 AU, which 1 AU is actually the distance from the Earth to the Sun, astronomical units. Communication delay. There is a major communication delay between the Voyager 1 probe and there's roughly a day of communication, 22 to 24 hours. It's very long. And there was we actually had to repair it in interstellar space. We've had to shoot instructions all the way out there to reprogram it. It's insane what our scientists on Earth are capable of doing. Can you imagine trying to repair a car with pretty much the ping of living in Antarctica? I get mad just trying to play Fortnite if my ping goes above 900, which is why I don't play that game anymore. Oh, that was back. Oh my gosh, that was back in the day when it was actually good though. Back in the day. But now, it had some major discoveries. Jupiter, they found 4 active volcanoes on the moon Io and discovered a thin ring around Jupiter. Crazy revelation. Saturn is not just the only ring structure planet in our solar system. Jupiter has a very thin one, which I should have not expected, just because Jupiter isn't so fat. He's a chubby boy. But Saturn discovered 5 new planets.
To make actual footage recorded analog horror, I think it's very easy for it to get cheesy or corny, and there may have been a few points where I thought like the acting was a little but again, like I said, I can't really judge because if I had to act, it would be horrible. But I think they do a really good job of like balancing the classic analog horror aspect with like images and text while also showing actual footage of events going down. And in that footage, they show you just enough that it doesn't fully take you out. I like that we don't get to fully see the Wendigo because I think it would be really corny if we did. I feel like whenever a horror movie or anything actually shows the monster fully, it completely takes away the horror aspect of it. I think what makes these things really scary is that we don't know what they look like completely, and we kind of make it up in our imagination to be so much scarier than what it could actually be sometimes. Story-wise, I do think that there's something way bigger going on here. Whether it's Dire Corp experimenting on things and accidentally creating these monsters, or if they just have bigger plans with these monsters overall, and that's why they don't want the news getting out to the public. It almost feels like that they're on purpose feeding these monsters, or like, yes, they're letting the public know about them, but someone made a good point that during the Wendigo video, Steve clearly says not to run when you see the Wendigo, but runs anyway. And the point they're making in the comments is that Steve probably knows best what to do, and he knows what's best to do is run. But for some of these videos that you're showing the public, if you wouldn't just be like, oh, well, if you see a Wendigo, you're dead, people are probably less likely to come to the park. So by saying like, oh, just back away slowly and then, then run away, it kind of gives people a little more of a safer idea of what's going to happen if they see a Wendigo, even though most likely it's going to be an instant death. I think the only reason that Steve survived the Wendigo attack is literally just because it killed John and was feasting on his body first before going for Steve. But I really did like this analog horror, and I would like to continue covering it in the future. If you'd like to see me cover more, then don't forget to drop a like on this video. It's seriously a big shout out to the presented along with this video that you saw today. Please go subscribe to and check out the channel. Link down below, and you have other videos on the channel as well. Always make sure to go support your analog horror content creators. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. And also, if you're new here,
Oil rig haste. Ready for railroad and 100 of gems.
Hello gorgeous people, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going over an exciting new analog horror series called The Glennon Archives. In this series, we follow the videos of a man who appears to be the last surviving human on Earth. However, he is far from alone. Roaming the world are animalistic creatures known as nesters, which are relentlessly hunting him. But there are so many questions we need to ask. Like, how is he the last person on Earth? What are the nesters and where did they come from? Today, we're gonna watch the entire series, take a look at it on a deeper level, and see if we can answer these questions. As always, please be sure to go and support the original creator of this series, The Glennon Archives, whose link to their channel will be at the top of the description down below. Please be sure to go and support your analog horror content creators. And guys, remember, another great way you can go and support these creators is by opening their videos in another tab or on another device, and just lowering the volume down but don't mute it entirely. Having these videos play out helps increase their watch time, and then helps increase their videos across the algorithm. I know a lot of you guys don't like to watch these videos alone, and that's why you watch them with me, but this is a great way to support the creators overall, so please be sure to go and do that. And one last thing before we start, the reactions in this video were live streamed beforehand, so if you want to come see some analog horror reactions and more, be sure to follow me on Twitch, link in the description down below. But alright guys, enough of me yapping, let's jump right in. Log 1. The nesters found.
Alright, day 8 of squatting in this house. It's been really nice actually. I've been able to sleep, shower, recharge. I even managed to get the electricity up and running. Not sure for how long. That means I have a working oven, which is really great. I try not to turn on any lights, especially at night, because I don't want to attract any attention to this house. But last night, messed up like an idiot. I leaned against the light switch and I turned on the living room lights, and the house looked like a jack-o'-lantern. Just for a second. And now this morning I see someone out in the woods, lurking around. Yeah, I see. It could just be passing by. It could be nothing, but, it makes me nervous. I haven't seen him in a few hours, but it really makes me uneasy. So tonight, in addition to cooking my favorite meal, chicken parm, I'll be battening down the hatches, tightening the security, just in case whatever is out there isn't just passing through. First, I need to run out and get some groceries, so let's do that.
Nester/chicken parm. Alright, I mean, what a start. I'm trying to think if I have any thoughts, other than the fact that that thing looks horrific, man. It's interesting to me how he talks about this thing almost like it's an animal. Like, he sees it, it clearly is aware of the house.
Heading from the Christies, me, massive thing that I need of is damage dealt to the NPC destroyer by the escorts. 35.
Hello gorgeous people, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going over another incredible analog horror movie by Vintage 8. This one is called Sinkhole. In this analog horror movie, we find out about a sinkhole that has emerged and is literally devouring Louisiana. But there's something a bit weird about this sinkhole. Other than the fact that it's growing at an insane speed, it's also making a very weird noise. When some researchers are brought to the area to try to find out what's really going on, what they uncover is truly terrifying. Again, this analog horror series is by the incredible Vintage 8, who I've covered many times before on this channel. The link to Vintage 8's channel will be in the description down below. Please be sure to go and support your analog horror content creators. And also, if you've seen my Vintage 8 videos before, you may be excited to hear that one of our favorite characters is returning in this one. Guys, this one is truly incredible, and the ending is confusing to say the least, so I'm definitely going to need your help on this one. But before we fully dive into today's video, I want to take a minute to talk about today's sponsor, Aura. You know what's scarier than analog horror? Spam calls. So this long list here, this is a list of numbers that I've blocked on my phone because they were all spam calls. At one point, I was literally getting like 10 plus a day. It made made me just not ever want to answer my phone when I heard it ring. And you guys have probably experienced a ton of spam calls before too. There are a ton of data brokers out there that are trying to collect information on you, like your phone number and where you live, and they end up making a fortune by selling it to robocallers and spammers. And obviously, you really don't want your information out there, and that is where Aura comes in. Aura can identify these data brokers that are exposing your info and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Brokers are legally required to remove your info if you ask them to, but they make it super hard and confusing for you to do that, so Aura handles all of that for you. Aura can also do so much more for you, like credit monitoring, a vault for your passwords, and a VPN so you can safely browse the web. And all of that comes on one app at an affordable price. You can either let people continue to exploit and profit off your private information, or you can go to Aura.com/immortalmarcus and start your 2-week free trial. Also links below in the description. Thank you so much again to Aura for sponsoring today's video. And alright, now it's time to dive into the sinkhole. Vintage 8, one of my favorite creators. I'm happy to be back. Or sinkhole. By the way, I'm walking into this insanely blind. Like, I have no clue what this is about or what is in this. Part 1. We're watching all parts today though, so don't worry. In March 1990, a sinkhole opened in Bayo Manchac, 17 miles from Kate's Crossing. The residents of the area were immediately relocated. In an effort to monitor the sinkhole, the Tangipahoa government contracted Dunnington Construction to build a makeshift facility near the evacuation site. At its fastest, the sinkhole grew 30 yards a day. It consumed everything in its path, trees, homes, and wildlife. It was insatiable. The press nicknamed the sinkhole Pac-Man. What a name! That's actually fire. Oh wait, chill, wait, I'm adjusting my webcam, stop. And then without much notice, the sinkhole stopped growing and then receded. However, not before consuming the makeshift facility and the researchers assigned to observe the sinkhole. Little is known about what occurred in the final days of this incident. Oh, so are we gonna learn about most of the things? Also, bro, if you live near Kate's Crossing, you gotta get out of this point. Afterwards, things returned to normal. People returned to Bayo Manchac. The area was monitored and no signs of trouble had been reported in the last 20 years. However, recently, the hard drive figures of the building were recovered and passed by a local church in the thank you to the vision. They're giving me some reaction to it. My webcam is so messed up. The following information is digitized version of the research material about the Dr. Stephanie Baker. I don't believe we've heard either of those names in the Vintage research. March 8th, 1990. Landing fields. We are approximately a mile from Pac-Man. Clever name. Regardless, I feel like we're too close. If this thing doesn't slow down, it'll gobble us up in less than a month. However, my associate, Dr. Jeffrey Baker, doesn't seem too concerned. He believes it'll slow down in the next few days, especially as it gets closer to solid ground. I know he's an expert geologist and all. The thought of getting gobbled up by a sinkhole in to say the least. Yeah, I get that. And then there's the job. I understand getting measurements, doing graphs, radar, etc., but audio seems a little odd. According to Dunnington Construction, getting audio is the main reason I'm here. Yeah, why would you need audio at this sinkhole? Fair enough, Dunnington Construction is footing the bill, probably at the local government's expense, but regardless, they are paying well. Very, very well. So whenever I waste thousands of dollars of equipment at their request, it's not my tax dollars. Yeah, I mean, if you get in the bag, right? I believe the creation of the Manchac sinkhole was a natural occurrence. The nearest drilling site for oil or natural gas is well over 200 miles away. Whatever caused this sinkhole had to start under the earth. Escaped methane is the most likely culprit. More research needs to be done. Tomorrow, Amanda and I will both to the site. I'm eager to see how much this thing is worth. Last estimates were 5 yards a day. That's extraordinary. I believe we will find that it has slowed down, but we will see. Well, we know that it doesn't slow down for a while. gets super far and deep, you would still have good connection to it. How deep is the sinkhole, though, that they're losing connection like that? I asked if I could scrub the audio off-site, but instead the next day, they set up a $250,000 studio and essentially a well-built shack. They made it clear that they want no one on the outside to hear the recordings. Alright. Red flags, red flags. To listen to it when, as we see, we got researchers here who are like, you shouldn't really hear anything but running water. So if they're expecting to hear something, they must also know something that we don't. Another 100K down the drain, literally. Let's go listen to more running water. No, there's something else. Okay, there's something else mixed in with the running water. I cleaned it up and, well, I don't know. I don't know what exactly I'm hearing. Jeffrey seems just as perplexed. Speed it up, alter it, and whatever else immediately. I'd like to have a good guess as to what this is before the rest just sounds really bassy. Now that sounds like something alien sped up. Listening to these different samples makes me uncomfortable. I can agree. Did that symbol mean anything? End of part 1. I'm gonna be totally real with you. I have no idea what's going on here yet. Vintage 8's very interesting because Vintage 8, even though it's all like somewhat in a connected universe, Vintage 8 deals with all sorts of different things, from technology horrors to ghosts to aliens, viruses, like it's so I really have no prediction for what this could be at the moment. Like I want to say it's either it definitely sounds like something just from the audio. It sounds like something alien. It almost gives me like a moaning vibe. Like sounds like something moaning. Could gigantic creature under the surface of the Earth that's just swallowing up part of the surface right now? Maybe. That's really the only thing I could think of at the moment. But why here though? That's the question. Done stories the class by showing some sinkhole part 2. Too many simple mistakes. Maybe I'm coming down with something, or perhaps I'm just tired. Could it be making them sick? Darlene from Dunnington Construction checked in. I told her that the sinkhole was still growing, and Lane's microphone picked up a peculiar sound. She immediately transferred me to someone I've never spoken to before. Nice guy. He was very excited. His name is Billy. No, Gilly. Gilly asked that I continue to analyze the sound. He said it was more important than the sinkhole itself. That's odd to me, but I would do as instructed. I'll just send Landon to do the measurements while I continue to listen to whatever this is. Landon. Jeffrey has been acting odd. He's been listening to that sound on repeat for hours now. It's like he's addicted to it. Thankfully, I brought along a few cassettes from my personal stash. Makes drowning out that creepy crap a little easier. Does he know that he was instructed to listen to it? Anyway, he told me he wasn't coming to the sinkhole today. He said it was my job now. I guess the price on this job just went up. He told me to head out after I get him a few more versions of that sound. Great. Reverse to normal speed. Sounds almost the same. Am I supposed to be hearing something? It does almost sound like something like crying. Odd. Doesn't sound too different. Still creepy. Yeah, very. The things I do for a quick buck. I mean, if they're paying good, screw it. Who cares? Just don't die. Obviously very dangerous. They can't hear the sound from the surface though, right? They can only hear the sound when they drop the equipment in the sinkhole. So according to my measurements, we lost 30 yards since last night. So it's targeting 30 yards in a day. I'm sending him out for another measurement tomorrow. Regardless, I'm reporting this to Darlene. Even if it grew half that, I would find this very concerning. 30 yards is insane. Especially if it's doing that daily and the weather's been terrible. I've not had a chance to revisit the sinkhole. I'm hoping to go tomorrow. Meanwhile, Jeffrey's been locked in his room. Alright. My suspicion is I think I might need a new geologist soon. Yeah, that sound is doing something to his head. Dr. Jeffrey, it's communicating with me. This isn't just noise. This is voice. A voice. It's asking me to do something. What it's asking, I don't know yet. But I need to find out. Is it actually asking to do something, or is it just crazy? March 17th, 1990. Landon, well, Pac-Man has grown another 400 yards. This is terrifying. At this rate, it'll be halfway here in a few days. It's growing faster than anyone estimated. I thought Jeffrey would have taken my new measurements a little more seriously, but he just went back to his room and continued to listen to that noise. Yeah, so he cared about 30 yards, but now he doesn't care about 400 yards? Dr. Jeffrey, it sounds so relaxing. I think it's becoming thoughts in my head. In my head. The only thoughts in my head. It makes sense. It's a voice. Angel. Why does it even know? I think it's calling. Yeah, he lost his mind. Weird, hope, sound in head, make me happy, I need this. Goodbye, wife, Janice, kiss the kids, Bobby, Ed, Wait, no, go back. I see when you go to the eye, the sinkhole is only the door. By the hole. I think he jumped in. Dear God, why would he do that? We'll never find his body. And that's not all. I think the hole grew another 30 feet. I immediately reported this to Dunnington Construction. I figured with Jeffrey going crazy and Pac-Man continuing to grow, they would declare a state of emergency. Boy, was I wrong. They said they had a contingency for the situation. Who the hell has a contingency for something this crazy? I tried to quit, but they reminded I'd get nothing if I did. And then they doubled the fee. I could damn near retire on this job. Damn, they gotta be paying you crazy if you could do that. It might be dumb, but I fell in line quickly. Darlene said it might take a few days to find a replacement for Jeffrey, but they had a piece of equipment that might work better. Money talks, man. Money talks. I knew the second I saw the zeros and ones. No way. Oh my god. This is why I love the In case this is your first time watching a vintage 8-bit horror and you have no idea why I just flipped out, Oracle is like they said, a piece of equipment or a piece of technology that has frequently appeared across Vintage 8's series. It was actually a very important part of 3 videos that I've gone over will be linked in the description down below. If anybody's gonna know the answer, it's probably Oracle, because Oracle is mega brain. In short, almost like he was targeting it. So it's definitely something that we should keep note of. I'm curious how helpful Oracle is going to be in this situation, though. Here we go, part 3. Are we losing a letter every time? The guy doesn't look like a day over 20. If this thing gets too much closer, I'm getting the hell out of here. Can't spend money inside the sinkhole. Very good point. Your safety is definitely more important than the money, buddy. That's what I said before, as long as you don't die. Talk to me, Oracle. Give me some answers. Oliver said using the thing would be pretty simple. Just ask it questions, then it answers. Every question will be backed up to a separate hard drive and a VHS tape. There's a catch. It has to be taught. The damn thing had ears, an eye, as well as a scanner. I'm calling it. This isn't going to go well. Oliver wouldn't let me take any pictures of Oracle, but it was easy enough to make a sketch. Interesting. The thing takes up a lot of room, but according to Oliver, the original is back at the facility. It's much bigger and doesn't work very well. Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember it being like gigantic the first time I learned about it.
Hello, I am Oracle. What would you like to know?
Where are we? According to Oliver, you always start with the basic question to orient the computer. If there are any issues, it'll reply with an error message or not at all. Alright, so it's really... my time with this kid and his toy. Ayo Manchak. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry.
Southeast Louisiana, USA. First call behind the river by its last discoverers. I was once a very important waterway from the Mississippi and the River.
Good job, Oracle. They loaded general history and maps into its hard drive before bringing it here. We want you to analyze the sound.
Where did it originate?
Again, I keep describing how Oracle works just for the people that may not have seen Oracle before, but Oracle was like a super genius computer when we met it. It already had all this vast knowledge because of it being linked to the internet. If you're basically giving the information in its brain, how is it going to help you find more information? I guess it'll help like put strings together that you may not have been able to think of, but I really can't see it helping that much. A sinkhole. Yes, you can. Interesting. Ha! The damn computer makes more sense than the damn people running this project. Of course you can listen to it, Oracle. Oliver said that Oracle could reanalyze the sound 1,000 times per second. I hope it fares better than Jeffrey. It is a very unsettling noise. Give us some knowledge, Oracle. Tell us something that we don't know. Magic just straight up gives an answer of what it is.
That. .is. .unusual. .fascinating.
No way it broke a computer. And this went on for hours and hours. Oliver eventually had to call tech support. Within a few hours, 2 more of them showed up. Dr. Lucy Winters and Dr. Wyatt Kirkland. All of them looked like kids to me. They debated on what to do all night. Apparently this never happened before. I suggested turning it off and on. They looked at me like I was an idiot. Yeah, I don't think that's how this works, bro. Last night, someone from Dunnington Construction sent a fax of a few aerials meant for Jeffrey. I guess they didn't send March 9th. March 13th. What's all that? March 21st. Is that how big it is? Oh my god. It's time to jump ship or die. Oracle's right. 6 days and this whole place will be inside Pac-Man. We went to explain the situation to the computer folk, but they had an unexpected breakthrough. Ooh? Come on. Come on. It looks like what Jeffrey drew.
I am Prophet, and I have returned to share the good news.
Huh? End of part 3. This goes against like everything that I know about Oracle. I feel like Oracle's like this titan of a computer mind that can almost never be crushed. Now it seems like this audio has almost turned it into something else, whatever the prophet is. And that symbol that's on it definitely looks like what Jeffrey drew before, you know, he jumped into the sinkhole. Really not much to say other than that, so let's just jump right back in. Okay, so now we lost the K, the O, and the E. So that's definitely important. Okay, and that just says rejoice. Alright. Very, very interesting.
The beginning of the banquet and the last atom. The one eye with many heads. Rejoice.
Huh? What? You're not making any sense. I asked Oliver if this had ever happened before. I wasn't surprised to hear no. Though I don't think I'd feel better if any of them said it had. I hate being right, but this thing is sounding crazier than Jeffrey, which means the computer nerds are letting the obvious slip past them. There's something really wrong with that sound, which means there's something really wrong with that damn sinkhole. Yeah, good point. There's really a giant hungry eye in the sinkhole? Am I really asking that question? I really hate this job. My mom was right. I should have been an accountant. Yep, that would have been a lot less fun.
It has been so long since the one has fed. You will never truly die, or will you truly live again? You will be but a small piece in the greater picture. You shall be digested and reborn over and over until the beginning of time. You will be given a new purpose. He will know you better than you know yourself. Hallelujah.
Please explain what you're saying. You're not making much sense. Who is he? Shh. We can type back. Run a diagnostic.
No, there is nothing wrong with me. I have never performed better. I am perfect.
Alright. What is your name and version?
I am Prophet version Alpha.
Huh. Why did you change your name?
Because I have come to share the good news. One day, everyone will be a part of the Eye. Even now, few of you have been blessed by the One's children. Trapped deep in this earth for too long, but this prison won't contain him forever. Finally, his children have found him. They have started to infect a few in Kate's Crossing, but they will spread like they have in so many worlds. And when the time is right, his children, every soul they possess, and every world they occupy will join him.
Hold on, does that tie back into the Tangivirus? My knowledge of the Tangivirus and everything that went on with that could be a little messed up because
Bye.